Hi, in this episode I'd like to talk about the first time I was sexually abused. We were living at a boarding house at North Adelaide on Strangways Terrace. And basically Graham had hooked up with Diane, who was approximately 17 at the time. That was his new girlfriend. I was really a thorn in their side for their relationship, simply because of the fact that I was still an infant and a toddler myself, and he couldn't really, woo her and devote time to her, whilst he was, being Mr. Dad to a 2-year-old. It just wasn't a good look. It just wasn't what was done. And she wasn't exactly mother material herself. So anyway, I was shipped off to Port Perry to a friend of his called Leon Mortford Jones. I remember Leon Mortford Jones. I understand that he and my father were friends, and they had met at Strawn Farm. Also, were both in state care together. Strawn Farm was a children's home in the southeast of the state, and they were both discharged about the same time. My dad came back down to Adelaide, and Leon moved to Port Perry. He started a shop there, and he got married to a lady, I think her name was Jean, but that's like Port Perry was where his family came from anyway. So anyway, I was shipped up there and I lived there, and the conditions, I'd like to say, were nothing more than absolutely horrific. Leon was extremely big. He was extremely violent. He had an extremely explosive temper. Not only would he beat up on me, he would beat up on every single member of the family. The only thing he wouldn't beat up on was the dog. I guess it was me and the little boy Stephen, who was about my age, that copped it the most. But I remember he used to whip me with a leather belt within inches of my life, and he used to take me into like the shed in the outhouse that he had out the back there, and he used to anally molest me in that shed after he would whip me. His wife Jean took pity upon me and rang my grandparents and made them aware of the fact that my life was very, very much in danger, and that they had to do something immediately if they wanted me to live. That's how dire the situation was. The beatings and the molestations came like every single day. Leon found out that Jean was ringing my grandparents and told her that if she ever rang them again, that he would kill her. So she stopped ringing. The heat was on my father a lot after this, and he came and got me, but by then the damage was already done. And my grandparents would ask time and time again, whatever happened to Leon, where is he, what happened to him. My father, in an effort to protect his friend from any persecution or legal action, spread the story that he had been shot by, it was either Jean or Rosalie. He was saying that he had been shot by, he'd been murdered. I found out through investigations last year that in fact this was not the case, and Leon Jones died peacefully, surrounded by family, last year, 2012 I think it was. He was not murdered and did not die. I think my dad went and spread around this story, basically, if anything, to protect his friend from legal persecution, so he would not be sued or have charges brought against him, especially during the time when he was about to die, that the statute of limitations had been lifted, so I would have been well within my right if I wanted to take legal action. But I think he went and spread this story to protect his friend from legal action. But that's just the type of human being Graham is. Thank you.